Hey everybody, welcome back to the Naturalist. Yes, we're going to go ahead and take on some individual encounters. It's because the level is quite vast, the forest, so there's a lot of downtime, and I don't want to make you guys sit through the entire playthrough of the forest, though I will do a extensive walkthrough. Today we're going to do a little short on fighting Goro. We'll talk a little bit about the Naturalist. We'll have a short little video. So, hey, it's my little mini boss fight series. Just made it up on the fly. Let's go check it out. Let me jump over. My voice will be a little low, and the music will be really fun. It's a beautiful music. I'll try to talk a little bit about my special skills as a Naturalist, and we'll have some fun.
App switcher. Core quest. Active.
Here we go.
Swap. Core quest. Active. Core quest. You are being attacked. Prepare for battle. A Goro is here. Your HP restore is boosted 11.00 by the Entomb Priestess Spirit bonus. The Undergrowth. Button. Heading.
Alright.
This is your current room. Use the activate the look button to examine closer.
The boss's name is Goro. G-O-R-O. Again, this is our Naturalist. We should do okay. I just recently did some upgrades with my jeweler profession, which is going to be very, very, very useful in this situation. And I took a bunch of runes and increased my hit points and my skill points by as much as I could. I say I improved it by a good 70 to 80 each. So that's really good. So jewelry is one of the best crafts you can have for your Naturalist. Alright, let me go over some of my skills so you know what I'm doing.
Rosebud stats. Skills. Heading. Attack. Button.
That's my basic physical attack. It's decent.
Fierce Wolf form. Button.
Fierce Wolf
Skills
is my
2.
first morph. I don't use that anymore, so I can actually take that off of my skill bar.
Renew. Button.
Renew is my free, no stamina cost. I think it has a minor amount of SP cost field. And I'm going to try not to talk over my voiceover. Yeah, don't worry, my voiceover's not having any issues. I'm just in a hurry, and I tend to swipe from point 1 to point 2, point A to point B really quickly. All right? So I'm going to try to take a little natural pause. Let's go to the next one.
Grow. Button. Renew. Grow. Button.
Grow is my ability to get a little bit stronger. It gives me strength. So grow is really nice. It's a buff.
Polar bear form. Button. Skill slot 5.
Polar bear is my current morph that I'm using all the time. It's something you can choose. There's going to come a point where you can choose between different kind of powers. So check out my Bare Necessities video, which is in the Naturalist series. I talk a lot about the polar bear form and maybe what kind of form you should take. Alright, let me go let you hear if there's anything else in my skill bar.
5. Button.
No, that's
skill
it.
Slot 6.
Alright, to fight Goro, I think we're going to go ahead and take a buff potion.
Seed of Remedy. Corrupt Sap. Button. Seed of Purity. Corrupt Sap. Button. Potion
now,
slot.
Corrupt Sap is a sap. It's a plant material you find in the forest. It's not very hard to come by. I would call it just your regular kind of buffing potion. It's going to increase our poison damage. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Alright, so now that I've taken my buff potion, I can't take any more buff potions. So I've also increased my hit points, and I'm going to let you hear my hit points, okay? So let's check those out.
Skills. Head. Rosebud stats. Heading.
Alright, Rosebud is the name of our character. So let's go hear my stats.
Stomp. 3/3.
3 stamina, which means I can take 3 actions. Things that don't cost stamina don't cost me an action.
HP. 593/593.
My hit points are 593, which is respectable.
SP. 404/404.
My SP is 404, which is also respectable.
EXP. 54/4000.
We have to get to 4,000 experience points for our next level up, so it's going to be a substantial amount of time before we hit our next level up. But this fight should get us a big, chunky amount of experience points.
Rosebud level 20, armor 52, STR 11, int 11, agi 19, N 13, Wisp 15, luck 8, button.
Alright.
Tap to show full stats.
Those are our stats. I'll let you hear them one more time.
EXP, 50, Rosebud level 20, armor 52, STR 11, int 11, agi 19, N 13, Wisp 15, luck 8, button.
Alright,
Tap to show full stats.
Pretty good stats. The thing that might stand out to you is our armor count is 52. We took a lot of runes, so we're looking pretty tough. Alright, let's take on Goro and see if we can give him a run for his money.
EXP, 54, SP, HP, Rosebud stats, the undergrowth, heading not found, Goro 100%. And,
All
one
right,
slot.
got Goro.
Rosebud 100%.
Also, big shout out to Randall Higgins of Touchman, and of course, the beautiful music here. Cool little boss music. Let's take it on.
Entomb Priestess.
Our spirit is the Entomb Priestess, and you can find her in the desert, in the secret vault area.
Rosebud 100%, Goro 100%, the undergrowth, button, heading not found. Rosebud's skills, head attack, Fierce Wolf 4, renew, button, grow, button.
We're going to
Skills
go ahead
slot
and start off by turning into our polar bear, activating our grow. We've already activated our buff potion.
Polar bear form, button. Select self-cast polar bear form.
And you can hear our bear make a cute little growl. Now let's activate our grow spell, our grow buff.
Grow, button. Select self-cast grow.
Now after we complete our attacks, our spirit's going to get a chance to attack because spirits attack after you attack. Don't worry about protecting your spirit. Spirits are invincible, invulnerable, nothing can hurt them. They're just your helper, but it's very important to use them correctly. Our spirit has the earth rod, so the earth rod's going to it's going to manifest a random spell. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Skills, Rosebud's the undergrowth, heading off, Goro 100%.
Let's hope
And
we hit him
slot.
pretty good.
Rosebud's skills, attack, Fierce Wolf form, button. Selected skill,
Whoa,
Fierce Wolf,
I didn't get that.
Goro 100%, heading not found, renew, button, skills, heading,
Alexa, stop.
attack, button. Skill slot, selected skill, attack type skill.
All right, we got that done. Let me go ahead and I'm also heating up some nice macaroni so that we can celebrate after defeating Goro. All right, let's turn off my oven. Okay, that was part of the video. That was planned. All right, let's go ahead and
Fierce Wolf form, renew, button, Fierce Wolf, attack, button.
let's go ahead and
Selected skill, attack type skill.
get attack ready.
Skills. Rosebud level 20, armor 82, STR 33, EXP, SP, Rosebud stats, heading, the undergrowth, button, heading, Goro 100%.
All
And
right,
one slot.
let's hope our attack is hitting good.
79 attack.
79 is about what I expected, so that's 79 damage. I have 3 stamina, so I can hit 3 times, okay? Here we go. 2 more times.
The undergrowth, Goro 90%. And
Oh,
one
that's
slot.
good, that's good. I think we got him, because that one attack did 10% damage to Goro. So it's really important to pay attention to how much damage you're doing to bosses or mini-bosses when you fight them. If you're doing very little damage, you're probably going to lose, so that's really important. All right, let's hit him 2 more times, and then we'll let our spirit mercenary, the Entomb Priestess, buff us up.
The undergrowth, button, heading. Goro 90%. 104 attack.
Ooh, that was a nice 104 attack. That was a crit. Let's hit again.
76 attack.
Oh, that was awesome.
Spirit turn.
So that is a special attack. When you hear that, bing, that means that my stun went off. Okay, it's very important to pay attention to the lovely sounds that are built into the game. They let you know if one of your special attacks were successful. All right, now let's let the Entomb Priestess jump off.
Rosebud 100, Entomb Priestess, action, button, look, button, Entomb Priestess stat, stomp, 2/2, skills, heading, attack, plate bolt, button, cure, button, pray, button.
Now the
Skill slot
Entomb
4.
Priestess is really good at building up our HP and SP restore. So let's go ahead and let her activate her pray skill.
Cure, pray, button. Select self-cast pray.
And she's going, she's praying and she's making sure that we are getting protected with a nice little dump of HP and SP. Now, let's go check out what random spell the Earth Rod has cycled up.
Sludge Sling, button.
Oh,
Skill slot 5.
Sludge Sling. So the Earth Rod is a rare drop that drops in the forest. There are many rods in the game, and I behoove you to go out there and search them out. They're very, very awesome. And they have some amazing spells built into them. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can activate Sludge Sling, which is going to be a very nice little nasty poison, which is what I like, nice and nasty. Let's go.
Skill slot 6, Sludge Sling, button. Selected skill Sludge Sling type spell.
All right, now that we've selected Sludge Sling, let's go ahead and select the boss.
Skill, Entomb the undergrowth. Goro 67% is stunned.
He is
one slot.
stunned. Let's also make his life even more difficult by giving him a nasty poison.
33 slash flame.
Oh, there
Enemy
we go.
turn. Goro is stunned. Goro cast Berserk on itself.
Whoa!
Goro bloodbait for 79.
Ow!
Goro attacked for 37.
What the?
Player turn. Goro 51% is here.
So it's a good thing we stun Goro. So when you stun an enemy, you reduce one of their stamina. Now you can't double, triple, quadruple stun enemies, though there are some spells that can produce this effect. But those are different, and I'll go into them in a different video. But okay, we got Goro down to 50%. The key to fighting bosses is to keep an ear out for your health.
Rosebud 85%.
Now we're at 85%. That isn't the time to go into defense mode. You don't want to go into defense mode until you're really low on hit points. I would say when you get around the 50 to 40% level, that's a good time to give yourself a couple of top-off heals. Remember, your spirit mercenary, save their energy for heals if they have a heal spell, okay? That's really important. That's a great pro tip. All right, let's go ahead and hit the boss a couple more times.
Goro 51%. The undergrowth. Button. Heading. The undergrowth. Heading not found. Rosebud's skills. Attack. Button. Selected skill.
Okay,
attack
we're
type
gonna
skill.
go ahead and attack.
Skills. Rosebud. The undergrowth. Goro 51% is
Hit
poison.
him again.
87 attack.
He's poisoned and stunned. Hopefully we'll get another stun off.
84 attack.
We're hitting really good. We hit for 87. We hit for 84. We're staying in the high 80s. Let's go.
87 attack.
Very, very good.
Spirit turn.
Now we're getting the boss even lower on hit points.
The undergrowth. Button. The undergrowth. Goro 19% is poison.
Girls at
10. One slot.
19%. Now let's go ahead. Keep an ear out for your health. Alright? But also be cautious with using your spirit mercenary. Don't overuse their energy. Save something in case something happens, like the boss goes into a different phase.
Rosebud 86%.
Rose is doing fine. As you can hear, her HP restore is pushing her back up. Let's see what the Earth Rod has to offer this time.
Entomb Priestess. Action. Button. Look. Button. Entomb Priestess skills. Attack. Plague Bolt. Cure. Button. Pray. Dim. Button. Sludge Beam. Button.
Alright,
Skill slot 5.
Sludge Beam. Sludge Beam is good. I think it is a poison. Now, you can use the look button to tell what anything is. You can also use the look button to look at the statistics of the boss. You can also unlock skills that tells you everything about the creature or boss or mini-boss that you're fighting. So utilize all the built-in stuff that's in the game, and all of it is 100% accessible, thanks to Randall Higgins. Alright, let's go ahead and hit it with Sludge Beam.
Combat log. Pet skills. Pet attack. Button. Plague Bolt. Cure. Button. Pray. Dim. Sludge Beam. Button. Selected skill. Skill. Entomb. The undergrowth. Heading not found. Goro 19% is poison.
Let's hit Goro.
And 1 slot. 59 sludge beam.
Oh, that's a good
Enemy
attack.
turn. Goro attack but missed. Goro cast Death's Grasp on you.
Death's Grasp.
Goro bloodbait for 69.
Uh-oh.
Goro attack for 17. Goro attack for 70.
That's not good.
Player turn is here.
Alright, we got
Battle.
him. Trying to
Button.
kill us.
Heading.
Now, Death's Grasp is a special boss attack. Yeah, I don't really know what it does, but it's never a good thing when a boss says death. Anytime a boss says death, you need to run! You're gonna die! So, kill the boss right away. I don't even know what that attack does, but I'm sure it's really bad news. Alright, we won the battle, obviously. Yes. Yeah! Now, awesome. Let's check out what rewards we got for beating Goro.
You found the following. Cypress sap. 3.
Got a Cypher Sack, which is a crafting material, which are very valuable.
EXP. 1500.
Oh, a juicy amount of experience. That double cha-ching. 1500 experience points.
Gold. 183.
Not very much gold because really, basically, as a mystical class or a mystic class or mystical class, you are not going to get very much gold.
Silver key. Button.
We got the silver key. Now that we have the silver key, we can begin to open up doors to other parts of the forest. So it's really important to pay attention to things that drop. Keys open up doors to mini-bosses, like the bronze key. Silver keys open up doors to you leaving the level. And sometimes there are multiple keys in multiple situations where you need to open up passageways to expand and to go to the next parts of the particular level. Or I just like to call it zone. Alright, so we don't get confused. I call areas like the forest a zone. Desert is a zone. Ruined dungeon is a zone. There's a reason why, because if I say a level, it's going to confuse you with my level. My character has levels. I'm level 20. That's better to keep those things compartmentalized. All right, so now that we've beaten Goro, let's see what else we got. Let's see what rewards. Bosses always give very juicy rewards.
Stone amulet. Button.
Ooh, stone amulet. That sounds really tasty. What's that do?
Stone amulet. Stone amulet. Cost 1,750 type. Net description. A heavy stone amulet carved from the bones of the earth. Armor count 9. Block chance bonus. 3 agility bonus. Minus
let's
1.
compare.
Earth. Stone amulet. Compare. Button. Compare items on.
Now compare is on. I'm gonna toggle it
Stone
on.
amulet. Stone amulet. Compare. Button. Stone amulet. Compare. Button. Compare items off. Stone amulet.
Okay, now I've got compare on.
Cost 1,750 type. Net description. A heavy stone amulet carved from the bones of the earth. Armor count 9 plus 3. Block chance bonus 3 plus 1 agility bonus minus 1 minus 1. Earth damage 2 minus 2. Fire damage 0 minus 4. Earth resist 0 minus 4. Fire resist 0 minus 4.
All right, this is a good item. It's a possibility that you might have items that are good in one part and not as good in others. It's really up to your build. In my situation, I don't really need a lot of armor and block. I'm doing good, so I'm looking for things like poison. So it depends on how you play your naturalist. You might choose to go poison. You might choose to go melee. There's a lot of different spells you can use. There's a lot of restorative abilities. All right, so that's already a good drop. What else did we get?
LVL Rec 18. Type Rec. Light. Done. Button. You won the battle. You found a Cypress Sap. EXP. Gold. 1. Silver Key. Stone Amulet. Button. Pick up items. Button.
All right, that was all we got. Also, whenever you complete a battle, this is going to be an impromptu tutorial on how to look at the rewards menu. The rewards menu is always the same, so I just want to kind of cover that today in this video too. Pay attention. At the very top, of course, you're going to get materials. Then you're going to get how much experience you received. Then you're going to get how much gold you received. Then you're going to be told what items you received. And after that happens, you're going to come to this point.
Stone amulet. Button. Pick up. Discard. Button. Pick up items. Button. Heading.
Pick up items is right in the middle. Now, if you don't want to hear any of your experience gains, if you got any god powers, you could go ahead and just pick up items, and this screen will close. So this is the rewards info screen. So I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on that. Now, let's go ahead and swipe to the right and hear how much we healed, how much we did damage, whether we got any special powers, whether we learned new crafting. All that occurs at the very bottom of the rewards info screen.
Discard. Button.
Okay, be careful with discard. Discard will discard all treasures. That's very, very important to keep an ear out. I do not believe it allows you to discard keys. So don't worry about that for now. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But just mention if it's true or not true. You could just say, well, in fact, don't even do any of that. Just know Randall's keeping an ear out. If something's wrong, he'll let me know, and I'll correct myself, okay? I don't want to give anybody a chance to troll me. All right, let's swipe to the right again.
You gained 1,500 experience. Total damage. 609 total healing. 9.
Okay, that's going to give you your experience again. And it's going to tell you your total experience, and it's also going to tell you how much damage you did, how much healing you did. So if it's important to you to know how much you did in damage to compare, this is the part you go to. Now I'm going to swipe to the right again.
You gained 1,500 experience. Total damage. 609 total healing. 9.
And you can hear there's nothing else. Now, if I had gained a god power, or if I had leveled up, or if I had gained a crafting skill, a new skill, it would have been told to me right at this point. But as you know, I need 4,000 experience points to get my next level up. So that's going to wrap it up. So that again, I've done two things. We did a little mini boss battle. I didn't want y'all to think I'm not playing the Naturalist. It's just that I didn't want you to wait through 3 hours of me exploring to fight just one boss. There's a lot of exploring to do in between these bosses. So that was Goro, easily defeated by the Naturalist. We smashed his face or her face in, or their face in, and we also got ourselves some nice little rewards that we'll give a try out and see if they're fun. And also we covered how the reward info screen works. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us today. Check out my new thumbnail. There's a description in the description. done by our artist Poyo. We really want to thank her. Thank you to Randall Higgins of Touchment for the beautiful music. And thank you all for liking these videos. That is really, really cool of you. So I'll come back again. Got a few more bosses to fight. And hopefully we'll have no problem beating the last boss. And we'll be able to move on to the new zone. All right, that's it, folks. Take care. Have a beautiful day. And I'll hear you soon.